gentlemen ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world, my name is Brandon, aka Rags to the Riches, and you are here right now because you have absolutely nothing better to do. Can you believe it? I decided to show up on a Friday. I told you Tuesday, Thursday, and for some reason I decided to show up and give you additional value, okay, at the detriment of my life, at the detriment of my time, just to please and serve you. I must be sick. Somebody give me some ivermectin. Ladies and gentlemen, take my temperature. Rags to Riches in the house. First, let's check chat. Academaciated. Let the ball begin. Godfather. Oh, guys, I wore some shades for you today, boy. Hold on. I know what y'all want. Let me give you what you want. Hold on. All right. Giggity. We got them vibes on. They biting today, boy. Oh, top button up. Hey, if you're in chat right now, top button up, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know it. We got to turn up here, man. Top button up. We're not, it's not popping the collar, top button up. We ain't choloing out today, boy. Academaciated, let the bull begin. Godfather J6 with the star in the profile. What's up, man? Godfather J6. Hope everyone is well. God bless y'all. Beat up G. Appeal these nuts. That must be a new. That must be ancient Aramaic or something. Marcus 99. What's up, all? Chad D to the power of 13. Flex those muscles. King in the house. Hey guys, what's the TLDR on the RH versus SEC currently? There's a court case on the 28th, and this is like an administrative thing, not a court case. It's a gathering, I guess you could say. And basically, it's both parties and the courts get involved to figure out what direction they want to go. They got to check boxes. They got to exchange information. And it's really just an administrative process. We actually get to learn a little bit. If any of the information becomes public. I don't know if RH has been served yet. I assume he's just trying to stall. Don't know, though. He doesn't talk to anybody. We'll see what happens. Cheers, Rags and RH family today from Chile, Bogota, Colombia, Humberto Gonzalez. So first he's in Dominican Republic, and then he's in Florida, and now he's in Bogota, Colombia. If you're a pilot as well, I have concerns. Tea time. What's up, y'all? Showtime. Sam Kemp says, get me out from under all this alphabet. Text it. Academaciated. BWG. Come get me, aliens. The vibes. If you would just put a face on the diaper, we wouldn't be exposed to the ginge. I happen to think that a little, a ginge a day makes the doctor go away. Is that what they say? Man, that was a lot of rhyme in such a short amount of time. But that's wow, that was more. Gosh, man, I just surprise myself all the time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know why you're here. We're not going to make this insanely long. I'm shooting for like 20, 30 minutes. We'll get in, get out here. Hope you guys like the hat. I don't know if you've noticed the hat. I'm pretty proud of this one. Went on a hunt and I slayed one. They gave me the hat. So here's what we have going on, ladies and gentlemen. Actually pretty interesting. And this is kind of, let me pull this article up. What happens if the SEC does not appeal the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF ruling, ladies and gentlemen? So this is pretty interesting. After 45 days, the Securities and Exchange Commission has mere hours remaining before a recent court decision in favor of Grayscale becomes final at midnight tonight. So far, the SEC has not said a word about it. On August 29th, the federal court ruled that the SEC was being arbitrary and capricious in rejecting Grayscale's bid to convert its Grayscale Bitcoin Trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF, while approving similar future Bitcoin ETFs. Man, I'm getting a wheezy sound, man. Is it coming through my nose, my teeth, or is it coming through my lungs? That's weird. No, I can't tell. So, it's coming through my nose. My nose is whistling. All right. So on Friday, Blue Perm ETF analyst Eric Balkunas predicted that the SEC won't appeal the decision Although he pointed out there's still time, he didn't immediately respond to a request. Okay, all right. If you guys don't know what the Grayscale, the GBTC discount is, we're going to kind of go over this. So what these folks did, they raised a bunch of money and they bought a bunch of Bitcoin, and they're holding this Bitcoin in a trust. And what they did, they issued paper shares off of that Bitcoin. So when you go to this trust, GBTC trust, what happens is you're actually trading the paper that's associated with the Bitcoin. You're not actually trading the Bitcoin. Does that make sense? Okay. So, one of the things that, and I'll actually pull up the chart. If Rags ever remembers to do what he's supposed to do before the daggone stream starts. All right, here we go. This is the GBTC discount or premium to NAV. So basically what you're looking at right now is compared to the current price of Bitcoin, and that's represented by this 0% line, okay? There's no discount. Basically, if you're at 0, there's no discount or premium. You're buying it at the current price of the market. What happened was the paper was being traded in such a way that you were actually, all the way back since February 23rd of 2021, you've been getting a premium, okay? Or a discount. You've been getting discounted Bitcoin. You've been getting discounted paper representing the Bitcoin that they hold in their trust. That's been going down and down and down and down. Now, one of the theories here, and a lot of people have pointed this out, RH says this too. He says, listen, as long as the GBTC trust is issuing paper Bitcoin at a discount, we're not going to have a bull run. Now, why is that? It's because they can go to GBTC and they can buy these shares. They can buy these shares. And if they're buying these shares, they're not purchasing any additional Bitcoin. Right? This is Bitcoin that's already been taken off the market. They're just buying the shares. And those aren't in conjunction. I don't think that those shares are traded on any type of centralized exchange. So the idea here is there's not going to be any sort of Bitcoin bull run until the GBTC discount or premium, it has to get to at least 0. Now, if we get a premium, what you see is people trading these paper shares of Bitcoin, and then instead of paying a premium of 5, 10, 15, 20, 30% with that, people actually go to the markets instead and start buying. So you guys understand that. If you can get it cheaper here, they're going to buy it here. If there's a premium here, then they'll go to the markets to try to get it cheaper. That's kind of that's what's going on now. Now, here's what's very interesting. Okay, here's what's going on. If Grayscale wins this and the SEC does not appeal, and GBTC is converted into an ETF, what that automatically means is people are actually able to redeem their paper for actual Bitcoin at that point, which will mean that the price of GBTC, the paper shares, will surge to at least 0%. Okay, so they're going to surge to probably the spot price of Bitcoin. That's kind of what this means. So if you were holding Bitcoin down here, and you got to wonder, if you were holding Bitcoin on December 13th, 2022, when there was a 48% discount on these paper shares of Bitcoin, did you know, if you were a major bank or institution, that eventually this GBTC discount was going to completely evaporate because they were going to transfer to a Bitcoin ETF? And if that's the case, it's like instantaneous value. Boom! Your bag spike quite a bit. So if you got $100 million, $1 billion in this thing, I mean, you're going to be sitting pretty. You'll be sitting pretty very quickly. So let's get into some of we'll get in the nitty gritty here. All right. So the application to convert the GBTC to a spot Bitcoin ETF won't automatically be approved if the SEC takes no action. Instead, the court will actually follow up with a mandate regarding how to respond to its ruling. For the SEC, that could mean revisiting the application and then digging and trying to find a different way to attack the Grayscale ETF conversion. As the deadline approached, GPT shares were changing hands at about $20.24, up a modest 1% 24 hours. I imagine when this information starts getting out, you're going to see shares of GBTC start to pump because they're going to assume that the SEC is not going to appeal this, and they want to get their hands on that cheap paper before that conversion. If they can get their hands on that cheap paper before the conversion, it's pretty much like a home run for a lot of these folks. So as a spot Bitcoin ETF, shares of GBTC would be directly redeemable for the BTC held by Grayscale. Therefore, approving its conversion would immediately bring Grayscale's share value up to parity with the value of its Bitcoin and its trust. Do you guys understand it now? Do you guys get it now? As doubts about Grayscale's odds of successful conversion took hold, its share discount drifted as low as 48% in December of 2022. All right, I got to undo this button, man. I can't daggone breathe, man. Good golly, Miss Molly. Good golly, Miss Molly. The GBTC discount narrowed after investment giant BlackRock filed to list an equivalent product in June. Given the asset manager's near perfect success streak with the SEC, because they work together with the U.S. government, they're buddies, they're pals, they're drinking buddies, man. You give me an Arnold Palmer, man. Get me a what else is there? Old fashioned. Everybody's like those old fashioned in the South. That's what they do, man. Let's go golf and drink some old fashions, and then who knows, smoke cigars. The SEC also lost on most fronts in its lawsuit against Ripple after Judge Annalisa Torres ruled in July that XRP transactions on crypto exchanges are not security transactions. Last week, the judge rejected the agency's attempt to appeal. Grayscale is also attempting to convert its Ethereum trust into a spot Ethereum ETF so this is interesting here, folks. Now you got to think about all the angles here. So the first angle is if people know that you can buy GBTC at a discount, and then there's an off chance that actually this trust is going to be converted into an ETF, then some people would be inclined to buy that paper, right? They'd be inclined to buy that paper. Now, what else could happen here? They might also know this, that GBTC. Now, I wonder how much do they actually have? We need to figure that out. How much in the GBTC Grayscale trust? This is actually important for me to know. How much? Woo! They got about. So, dude, check this out. Now, they got about like 700,000 Bitcoin, which is $10.6 billion, which is about 3% of all Bitcoin currently available. That's a lot of daggone Bitcoin. Huh. So here's what's interesting. If that conversion happens and there's no gamification to try and encourage people to hold, and they get that instantaneous 16 or 20% or 25 or 15% overnight, are those people going to be inclined to dump as soon as it goes through? That's the big question. That's what I'm kind of curious about. That is what I am curious about. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of things that will happen here, but I want to say this. If this trust gets pushed through, this could create a domino effect that could be pretty bullish for the crypto markets, right? This is representative of, what is the SEC doing here? Like, why aren't they fighting this? Are they capitulating to the wants and the desires of the American and the American public and the world? I highly doubt that. I highly doubt it. There's something going on here. But, guys, clues. There's clues out there. We need to collect the clues. We need to be able to study the clues. And then we need to figure out where the truth lies on that spectrum. So that's what we're doing right now, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So for those of you who bitch, moan, and complain about me not getting to the point, I just got to the point. So now you can leave. We're going to keep talking. We're going to keep going. Interesting stuff here. Terraform Labs. You guys remember Terra Luna? You remember that craziness that happened? You remember that run on the bank? You guys remember that? Okay, run on the bank. Terra Luna. Okay, TU, what is it? Was it what was it? TUSD? LUS? No, it's TUSD, I think. Or whatever it was. Their stable coin got absolutely hammered. And it was touted as the best algorithmic stable coin ever. However, Do Kwon had actually purchased a bunch of Bitcoin to be able to shore up the price if there was a run on that stable coin. And they purchased the Bitcoin, but they did not put it into play to help shore it up. They were too late. They waited too long, and then catastrophe ensued. But Terraform Labs is making a very interesting, who is this? Lex Stevens, new subscriber. I told you, guys, ladies, gentlemen, listen.
Rags to riches. Do not like, comment, or subscribe.
Terraform Labs, the entity behind Terra Luna and Terra USD. Oh, yeah, UST, that's right. Has accused market maker Citadel Securities of a concerted and intentional effort to cause the collapse of its stablecoin in May of 2022. Now, to some people, this might sound crazy, but if you do take a look at what's going on in court right now with SBF and that girl that he was with, the girl that's missing a chromosome, what you find out is they were actually conspiring to take customers' Bitcoin and dump it to try to get Bitcoin to under $20,000 or keep it there. So probably they can purchase and buy up. That sounds crazy, right? That sounds crazy, but that's in a court of law right now. And now we take a look at this, and they're alleging that Citadel Securities are playing reindeer games with them. You know what, guys? I kind of believe it. I would be inclined to believe it with the appropriate amount of information. Let me just put it that way. The firm says in its motion, okay, so Do Kwon founded Terraform Labs, alleges that the DPEG was the result of a third-party market participant shorting the stablecoin rather than a flaw in its algorithm. So they are saying that Citadel was shorting the stablecoin, shorting it. Now, what's the problem with that? People can see when Citadel's shorting the stablecoin. If people see that big entities are shorting the stablecoin, that sends a fearful signal throughout the market, and other people are saying, wait, if Citadel shorted this thing, maybe I should pull this thing out. So it starts cascading down. Citadel pulls their short out, but guess what? The damage is already done. The inertia has already been created. The snowball is gaining momentum to the downside. So that's this is the reindeer games that I'm talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. Movant, which is Terraform, contends that the market was destabilized due to the concerted intentional effort of a certain third-party market participant to short and cause UST to depeg from the dollar price. Terraform believes the data is crucial for its defense in the SEC Commission's lawsuit against the company and former CEO Do Kwon. Terraform has pointed out the evidence suggesting that Ken Griffin, that low-down, dirty son of a gun, Ken Griffin, the head of Citadel entities, intended to short UST at or about the time of the DPEG. Now, why is this significant? Why do you guys think this is significant? Because there is a narrative out there. There is a narrative out there that cryptocurrency is complete. It's the lawlessness. It's the Wild West. All right, and everything that cryptocurrency touches crumbles. But what if there were outside actors that were trying to destroy cryptocurrency? What if there were? Okay. So let's take a look. Let's just do a little bit of research here. So Terraform is alleging that Kenneth C. Griffin, was the man that was responsible for creating the fear in the market and shorting UST to try to destroy it. So let's kind of read into this. Ken Griffin's origin story is already reasonably known. The Citadel CEO and founder began trading aggressively as an undergraduate at Harvard University in 1986. Okay, so he comes from Wall Street. Well, that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Days before his 19th birthday, he's said to have started his first fund with $265,000, including money from his wealthy grandmother. And now, age 54, Griffin is worth about $35 billion by virtue of his roles at both Citadel and electronic market maker Citadel Securities. Guys, they have been in the business for a long time. They are well entrenched. If I were a betting man, ladies and gentlemen, what I would say is this guy, in some form or manner, was incentivized by maybe other big players or maybe the United States government to play a part in trying to destroy the liquidity in DeFi. And this is a narrative that I have been preaching and you guys have heard for a very, very long time. Clues are starting to come out, okay? As much as we want to be upset with Duquan and all that, fine. Obviously, there's a lot of problems here. But it kind of stinks that somebody would maliciously go and take things out. And the problem is this is, capitalism and free market, this, that. But is it really? Who is behind this? Why is Citadel quiet? Dun, dun, dun. Terraform uncovers possible connection between Citadel securities and May 2020 UST DPEG. In their filing, the firm referenced a Discord chat screenshot that featured a pseudonymous trainer claiming to have had lunch with Citadel CEO Ken Griffin. According to the quoted screenshot, the trader suggested that Griffin had intentions to Soros the F out of Luna UST, with Soros presumably alluding to the strategies employed by George Soros to destroy countries. George Soros is known for his highly leveraged one-way bets that either in support or against of his targets, speculating on whether it expands. Okay. However, the Southern District of Florida still needs to respond to the filing made on October 10th. All right, so now that I read this sounds crazy. All right, some random dude in some random place in some random Discord with some pseudonymous name claims that he had lunch with this guy and he was going to Soros the F out of Luna. All right. It's falling apart, ladies and gentlemen. It's falling apart. Okay. But you know what? Maybe not. Maybe there's more behind it. This is just a simple article. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep going here. I told you guys, I've been saying this before it got popular. Uh-oh. What is this? Richard just telegrammed us here. Richard says, Bitcoin, stop doom scrolling. The real heroes are deep in AI, doing research and writing relevant, substantive comments to the proposed rules. There's only 17 days left. Don't let them savage what you love. Fight back. Get on your damn keyboard and work. Net neutrality received millions of comments to the FEC. It didn't pass the rules. Sadly, y'all put up less than 1,000 comments across both proposed rules. Consider you can post anonymously. It's pitiful. You guys are so pitiful. You don't even click the links. Less than 10,000 page views total in their hit counter. Stock being losers and work. 17 days remaining. Ethereum, if you're doing anything other than commenting right now, you're the problem. Guys, what do you guys think about that? Have you participated yet? Who is this? What is this all about? Okay, that's different. Get to it, guys. Check out the Telegram. Check out the Twitter. Richard just tweeted. It's important. Okay, this stuff actually matters. This stuff matters because if they think they can get away with it, then they will. If they think that there's not going to be much collateral damage by them just trudging forward in a non-democratic way, then that's what they're going to do. All right, you guys get it? How CBDCs and stablecoins can coexist. FIS panel discussion. All right. So I've said that all governments across the world are going to be strong proponents of CBDCs, obviously, and stablecoins. Why are they going to be proponents of stablecoins? Is because stablecoins buy up government debt. They buy up government debt from Japan and Russia. They buy up government debt to shore up their stablecoins from the Federal Reserve. They buy bonds and T-bills and all that sort of thing, and they get yield. And that's what they use to buy more Bitcoin. So in a way, you could say that, okay, the governments are actually, they're in control of the crypto markets because they're using the inflation that they're divvying out. Okay, what do I mean by inflation? Well, people get yield off of those T-bills and those government bonds. They get yield from where? From the Federal Reserve. And then they use that to buy up the markets. Fake money. How much fake money's in the markets right now? Vapor money, vaporware. I don't even know how this, dude. There's way too many vowels next to each other. Okay, E2 Union argued that CBDCs, as they are centralized by nature, saying that certain dangers come with government control. As the recent Future Innovation Summit event held in Dubai, Cointelegraph moderator, a panel titled Stablecoins, CBDCs, and Cross-Border Payments to explore if CBDCs and stablecoins can coexist and how this would be possible. Of course they're going to coexist because it's in the government's best interest for CBDCs and stablecoins to coexist because the government actually controls massive swaths of stablecoins because of the things that are backing those stablecoins with USDT, with USDC, with all of these. And we can pull up their balance sheets. I'll tell you exactly what they're doing. The panel included Jorge Carrasco, Managing Director, FTI Consulting, Nikita Shadev, the founder of Luna Media Corp, and dude, a lot of vowels and consonants next to a lot of vowels and consonants starting with a K, the head for Middle East and Africa for Citibank. All right. Let's say that the government doesn't like some of its political rivals. They can, with one click, freeze the other party's assets. So what gives us any security that they won't use this? Not only on the party, but regular citizens that don't have a voice. Or if they're a smaller country, are they pressured by a bigger country to do so? All right. Get a little bit hot here, guys. It's hormonal changes. I'm 40. It's just getting weird. Actually, I'm not even 40 yet. Got a couple more years till 40, guys. Just bear with me. I find it interesting that we have people that defend CBDCs constantly. And these quote-unquote smart people who are wide out in the open, bringing forward some very, very poignant topics and poignant questions about the dangers of CBDC. And you might say, well, innovation, forward thinking, this and that. It just takes one government with 300 million or 500 or a billion people to get really, really weird. And suddenly, if you oppose that government, they take your money. There should be a separation. There should be a separation between your money and the government. They should not have access to it. They're taking more and more and more of it by taxation. And they're going to be able to dump gasoline. What is 5 gallons of gasoline is equivalent to a stick of dynamite or something? It's got, I think it's 5 pounds of flour is equal to a stick of dynamite. But anyway, that's rough, guys. These guys are talking about it out in the open. In the second that you talk about it or I talk about it, we get chastised. Now, Sashdev, pulling the government line, offered a different opinion on the topic. The executive said that if the government is already intent on freezing a person's digital assets, they already have various means to do this. And this guy's a freaking idiot. Okay? Does he not understand what decentralized finance is? You can't freeze assets that you don't have the access to. You can freeze assets that are on Coinbase because, they can do that. They can stop Coinbase from allowing you to purchase. Furthermore, Sashdev argued that the government's exploration of utilizing the blockchain for CBDCs might be a step into progress that may eventually lead going fully decentralized. Yeah, bullshit. All right. Did you just hear this statement? All right. Let me try to. What's a good way to describe this? Okay. What's a good way to describe this? Okay. Here's the way. All right. United States government passes a bill. Okay. Passes a bill. For the next 10 years, everybody in the United States is going to get $3,000 a month. Okay. Universal basic income. $3,000, 3 G's. All right. Bill goes to 10 years. Everybody's happy. They're used to $3,000. They budgeted in. Everything's good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Everything's good to go, right? 10 years comes up. Legislators come back from some type of leave. They get Congress. And they decide, guys, we are actually going to take away all that money. We're going to take away all that money. All right? And I'm sure you guys are going to be okay with that. Okay? So we're actually going to regress. We're going to regress. Okay? In terms of the amount of value that we're going to give our citizens. Are people going to like that? Now, take that concept and listen to this again. Listen to how crazy this dude is. Sashdev offered a different opinion on the topic. The executive said that if the government is already intent on freezing a person's digital assets, they already have various means to do this. This, at best, is naive. At worst, it's an outright lie. Okay, he could just be completely ignorant to how DeFi works. And then he goes on to say, Sashdev argued that the government's exploration of utilizing the blockchain for CBDCs might be a step into progress that may eventually lead going fully decentralized and fully Web3. Do you think that if the government spends all this time, money, and energy to take away your liberty and freedom, do you think that that's going to lead to a path where the government's going to say, okay, we're done taking away your liberty and freedom. Okay, here's your decentralization back. What? Guys, man. Look at these guys, man. People listen to these people. What? Put old Raggedy up there. I'll go up there my PBR. We'll go to town, man. We'll go to business. -1 in chat if you want Rag up there, man. You want Rag up there? Old Raggedy. With the executive seemed to be defending CBDC, she clarified that she's not in favor of either the CBDCs or stablecoins yet. As recent incidents such as Terra USD collapse highlighted how stablecoins may also pose their own set of risks for the world. Yeah, governments and Citadel want to chop our knees off. Is that what's going on? I heard alligators always so upset because they don't have toothbrush with all them teeth. Bobby Boucher, Bobby Boucher. Blockchain Trend says, here's your government cheese and your King Vitamin. -1 to chat if you know what King Vitamin is. Government cheese, King Vitamin, Kicks. Oh man, I grew up on some Kicks, man. I grew up on that Wick, that Whiskey Indigo Charlie. Y'all know about that Wick? Who knows about that Wick? -1 in chat if you know about that Wick. Meanwhile, Cawthon, too many vowels, synonyms, echoed the sentiments expressed by the other panelists and added that companies or users would always be the ones to decide which solution would be for them. According to the executives, all right, here's a problem that I have. I say dumb shit. Sorry about this. This is a family, guys, this is a family show. I sincerely apologize. But I'll say stupid stuff and I'll try to keep going and it's like it freaking echoes in my head, reverberates, and then I just start giggling. That's what that was. So y'all can replay that, study it for science, see what happens. According to the executive, they would be the ones to determine which specific pain points exist and whether CBDCs or stablecoins would answer that. We have stablecoins already. The executive also believes the two can coexist as long as stablecoins remain stable and decentralized. As long as, dude, name me one decentralized stablecoin. Name me one decentralized stablecoin, folks. Truly decentralized. It doesn't exist. Not truly. There's a spectrum, okay? You can collateralize stuff, and then you can kind of take that. But what are you collateralizing it with? And who runs the show with that collateral? And then are there admin keys to be able to go into these protocols, to be able to change interest rates, to be able to, incentivize or disincentivize people from borrowing? So it's weird. The truly algorithmic stablecoin is the panacea. Who will solve it? Who will solve it? One man.
And his name is John C.
Yeah. All right, this is kind of bad execution. All right, what else do we have here? We got anything here, man? We got anything here we want to talk about? I think we're at 37 minutes. I told you we'd be right around there. All right, let's check chat here. Crypto 7, what's up? What's good? Pulse Chain Gangster, I'm not selling the bottom. Crypto 7. Carolyn, no genome. No, Carolyn, no chromosome Ellison. Daniel 87 license. The insult should be she has an extra chromosome, dude. My bad. Dude, well. He said GD. Hex Force 1 got the star. God bless America. Sup Rags, I'm here because I have nothing else better to do. We know that, Hex Force 1. You are the number one person in this chat that has never had anything else better to do. We already know that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, sup, Rags. What's up, Tin Top? Audio rugged? Never mind. You got rugged. Don't just hurl those accusations like that. Hex can hear. What's up, Telegram? RH100. RH is 190% correct. Hola, Molisha. Westside Ian, what's up? Okay, smash the like button. Freddie quotes, bruh.
Rags to riches. Do not like, comment, or subscribe.
Guys, the more I see that, the more you're going to have to hear that friggin' radio DJ say that sort of thing. You guys realize that, right? -1, I know it's a little something about Wick, man. Dude, Wick, baby. I was at Wick, baby, man. I love that. I love that Wick. I loved it. Oh, gosh, tomato soup. Man, tomato soup, bread, little peanut butter. We got that peanut butter. We got that great value peanut butter. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world, have a safe weekend. If you do something stupid, you find yourself in a bind, you can at me. No, don't at me. Just DM me on Twitter, and I'll try to bail you out. But I will make fun of you incessantly. You could survive, though, so that's a plus. You can stay with your life. So I'm here to help you this weekend. Don't get in stupid situations. Don't go driving all drunk and stuff. Don't go driving drunk. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Best to sit, do nothing at all to the blood. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world, my name is Rags to Riches, and as always, do not like, do not comment, do not subscribe. I do not like you all. Y'all be good.